get it. 79 Wistful Vista, Molly McGee speaking.
Hi, Molly, it's Dennis.
Huh?
It's Dennis Daly. I would have loved to have been on your show years ago, but the best I can do is kind of go back through history and play your shows this year. You understand how that works, don't you?
Oh, sure, I realize how those things happen.
Okay then, Molly, I better get this program put together. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Goodbye.
Who'd you say it was, Molly? Anybody we know?
Dennis. Decent sort of a chap. Generous and a good neighbor.
It was one of the longest-running and best-loved shows in the history of radio. Throughout the 1930s, then through the war years, and into the 50s, Jim and Marion Jordan, as Fibber, McGee, and Molly, brought a little bit of mid-America into our living rooms every week. Their radio home at 79 Wistful Vista was visited by an array of zany characters and lovable guests. Their jokes and running gags, including Fibber's famous overpacked hall closet. Dennis Daly looks at the evolution of this historic radio series in a salute to Fibber McGee and Molly.
And we continue our exploration of the evolution of one of the greatest shows in the history of radio, Fibber McGee and Molly. We began the series by going back to 1935 when Jim and Marion Jordan were in a variety of different shows in Chicago, and one of them was called Smack Out. Jim played Luke, Uncle Luke Gray, who owned a grocery store that was always smack out of everything. They carried that gag for a long, long time. Then Don Quinn, the man who would go on to give us all those wonderful laughs in Fibber McGee and Molly, came up with a different scenario. Johnson's Wax picked up the idea, and in 1935, Fibber McGee and Molly went on the air. This time we turn our attentions to 1936. Fibber and Molly have stopped driving around the country, getting into misadventures everywhere, and they've settled in Wistful Vista after winning a house there. Here's the show now from April 20th, 1936, as Fibber and Molly and Harlow Wilcox, who was there from the beginning, sponsored by Johnson's Wax, go to the Wistful Vista Auto Show.
Everyone, the makers of Johnson's Wax present Marion and Jim as Fibber McGee and Molly, with Rico Marcelli's orchestra opening the show with Goody Goody. Wrap it up, Rico. Before we join the McGees tonight, let me tell you how you can get a pair of Fibber and Molly spinning tops free. The children have gone wild over these clever little tops. On one is a picture of Fibber, on the other a picture of Molly. You start these bright little tops spinning just by a twist of the fingers, and they keep going as long as a minute and a half. The children, and grown-ups too, are using them at parties. It's fun to start both tops spinning at the same time and see which will win, Fibber or Molly. Now here's the way to get these two Fibber and Molly tops free. Buy a can of Johnson's Wax, paste or liquid. Lay a thin piece of paper over the face of the can and trace the letters Johnson's Wax. Send your tracing to Johnson's Wax, Racine, Wisconsin, and you'll receive two of these clever spinning tops free. Use a pencil if you like. You don't have to do a fancy job, but no tops can be sent unless your tracing is made from an actual can of Johnson's Wax. Mail it to Johnson's Wax, Racine, Wisconsin. You'll get these two clever little tops free of charge. This offer expires May 30th. Well, here we are again, on the corner of 14th and Oak Street, Wistful Vista. And right over there, waiting for the one-man streetcar, are Fibber McGee and Molly.
McGee, how often do these streetcars run?
Well, I don't know, Molly. I was always taught that when I seen rabbit tracks, there must be a rabbit, but seeing car tracks don't mean nothing.
Well, why don't we ask somebody? Yoo-hoo, mister.
Hello, what's the matter?
You know when the next car will come along, Bud?
Well, Say, is that a knitting bag you have there?
Yes, it is.
What are you knitting?
A three-piece suit.
How nice. Well, go ahead, dearie. You've got plenty of time.
Nice town we moved into, Molly. They ought to plant flowers along the side of the car line here. Century plant.
Oh, because the flowers take so long blooming?
No, because the cars take so blooming long. Ain't funny, McGee.
Well, maybe we better walk, McGee.
Oh, no. No, you don't. Walk clear out to the edge of town? No, sir, not me.
Well, that's what we're going out there for, so as we can take a little walk in the country.
I know, but, Chucks, we don't want to get all tired out before we start walking. If we walk to where we was going to walk, the walk to get to the walk, it'd spoil the walk. You never saw a jockey ride his horse from his home to the racetrack, did you?
Don't be silly, McGee. All the exercise you get is from the Davenport to the dining room table.
And back again. Don't forget that, Molly. Did you see the piece in the paper there this morning where somebody threatened the life of that there British diplomat, Anthony Eden?
No.
Yep, they got 3 plainclothes men guarding him now.
Well, they better know their apples.
Why?
Well, you gotta know your apples in the Garden of Eden.
They say he's on his way over to Switzerland to attend the conference of the League of Nations.
I suppose they hold the league meeting in Switzerland because it's got a lot of mountains to make molehills out of. But at least they're trying to keep peace in the world.
Yeah, they're not only keeping their own peace, but they're all trying to cut themselves another one. In Italy, it's the black shirts, in Germany, the brown shirts, and Ethiopia, it's the night shirts.
And in this country, it's the stuffed shirt.
No, Molly, we lost our shirts in 1929.
Well, say, I wonder if the League of Nations is keeping the streetcars out of Wistful Vista.
Oh, here it comes now, Molly.
Oh, yeah.
Now, get our 14 cents ready now.
Oh, McGee.
Huh?
I haven't got my purse. You'll have to pay it.
Fool me, Chucks, I ain't got any money with me, Molly. I thought you had it.
Oh, now what do we do?
Leave it to me, Molly. I'll just tell the motorman who I am.
Oh, yeah? Well, that'll be fine. I'll run along beside the car and catch you when you're thrown out.
Don't be like that. Stand back. Here she comes now.
On aboard. 14th streetcar. Board.
Oh, Henry! Oh, Henry!
Hey, hold the car, motorman. Here comes another passenger.
Oh, Henry!
Oh, that's only my wife. What's the matter, Katie?
The sweepstakes, Henry, the sweepstakes. We won.
What?
We won $50,000, Henry. Oh, I'm so excited.
What? 50 grand. I'll be home as soon as I finish the run, Katie.
Never mind the run. Leave the old streetcar here. You're a gentleman now.
Okay, baby, let's go. So long, folks.
Henry, wait.
Well, can you imagine that, Molly?
We wait 2 hours for a streetcar, and when it gets here, the motorman quits. Now what'll we do?
Well, Chucks, Hey, listen, folks. Hey, how many of you want me to run this streetcar? Okay, I'll do it. Come on, Molly, give me the handle.
Oh,
Okay, folks, Fibber McGee is at the throttle.
Oh, McGee, what do you know about running a streetcar?
Why, it's easy, Molly. All you got to do is remember not to have enough change, keep the car as dirty as possible, and never stop for folks if it's raining. All aboard! Step on there.
again. Fibber and Molly have taken over the Wistful Vista streetcar because the motorman quit when he won $50,000 in the sweepstakes. It's a one-man car, but Fibber seems to be having his hands full, even with Molly's help.
Okay, folks. Back in the car there. Plenty of room in the rear of the car, folks.
You know, McGee, you run this streetcar pretty good for an amateur.
Huh. What you mean, amateur? Don't let that gong fool you. Yeah. I run one of these for years down in Mobile, Molly. Motorman McGee, they called me in them days. Motorman McGee, the mental marvel of the modern motor movement and mastermind of maestro the Macada. How many fares did that fella have rung up, Molly?
13.
How many folks on board?
27.
I was afraid of that. Did you notice the knuckles on that motorman that quit, Molly? All scarred up.
From what?
Knocking down nickels. Hey, they ought to train octopuses for this job.
McGee, the plural for octopus is octocat.
Anyway, this here's no job for a fellow with just one pair of arms. You got to open and shut the door, make change, give transfers, ring the bell, call streets, and answer questions, and start and stop and put sand on the track.
Oh, that reminds me, McGee.
Huh?
We need some more sand. You better stop and get some.
Okay, but where?
Well, stop in front of the Wistful Vista cafeteria. I'll ask you to shake the spinach first.
Okay.
Oh, stop the car, McGee. There's a lady ahead waving to us.
Oh, look out there. Hey, watch your step there, say. Hey, don't you know no better than to get on when the car's moving?
Oh, don't be so fussy, young man. I know what I'm doing. I always get on that way. Sometimes they don't even slow down for me. I have to run along behind and pull the trolley off. That stops them every time.
Oh, okay, sis. 7 cents, please.
You haven't got change for a 20, have you, young man?
20? We haven't got change for 20, have we, Molly?
We haven't got change, period.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Sit down, and maybe we'll have some change later.
Well, I'll sit down all right, but you'll never have change for a 20 on this streetcar line, Sonny.
Oh.
I've been riding on this same $20 bill for 15 years. Say, move your foot over so I can kick the gong.
Huh?
I say, let me ding the dinger. All the other boys let me ding it like this. Not bad, eh, Sonny? Much obliged.
Teaching that old blister, Molly. She flips onto a moving streetcar like she was a high school gal, and then she wants to ring the gong.
Yes. Well, it's your own fault, McGee. You would work on a streetcar.
Woodwork on a streetcar or woodwork in the home, Johnson's Wax will give it a lustrous, easy-to-clean finish.
Oh, hello there, Hopper.
Heavenly days, Mr. Wilcox. I didn't see you sitting over there.
Well, I didn't see you either, but I heard your voices. You know, this is the longest tunnel I ever went through on a streetcar.
Tunnel? We ain't going through no tunnel.
Why, it's you, Mr. Wilcox. You got your hat pulled over your eyes.
What? What? Well, so I have. Well, thanks.
29th Street. 29th Street.
All aboard, folks. All aboard. Watch your step, mister.
Thank you, my little tiger lily.
7 cents, please, mister.
7 cents. Ah, yes, 7 cents. 7 cents is the regular fare, I take it.
The regular fare, all right, Bud, but we're the ones that take it.
Yes, very good, my little chipmunk. Very good. But I must tell you that I don't pay fares on streetcars, my friends, being a member of the police force. Yes, I'm on the police force, and what's more, the police force is on to me, I'm afraid. Yes.
Well, let's see your star.
Oh, yes, my star. Now, what did I do with my star? Oh, yes, I wear it on my vest. But during this warm weather, I don't wear a vest. Simple, isn't it? No vest, no star.
Mm-hmm. No star, no ride.
Why, sure. How do we know you're a police?
Sure.
How indeed? You may well ask, my little silkworm. The fact is, I'm a plain clothes man. Did you ever see any plainer clothes than these? No, you never did. Now, let me see your fingers, Mortimer.
My fingers? Here.
Just as I thought. Covered with fingerprints, yeah. Well, I'll let you go this time, but don't let it happen again. And as for you, my little gadabout, you remind me of a beautiful Irish ballad. Yes, indeed, a beautiful Irish ballad.
Heavenly days. How's that?
You've heard of the Rose of Tralee? Yes. Well, don't mind me, my little cowslips. I'll just stand back here and keep an eye on things, including that gentleman's newspaper. Move over, my friend.
McGee. So far, we have 3 passes, 2 transfers, one mailman, and a cop. Business is picking up.
Trouble is, they don't pay after they're picked up.
Yeah.
All aboard. Watch your step, folks. All aboard. All aboard.
Fare, please.
Hurry up, sis. 7 cents.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I left my money at home.
Oh, where do you live, babe?
Well, McGee, maybe she'll send the company 7 cents later.
Oh, I will. Oh, I promise.
What's that you got there, a violin case?
Oh, yes, it is.
Oh, well, open her up and fiddle for your fare.
Okay.
Folks, this is Audrey Cole, Marcelli's little solo violinist. She has with her her own arrangement of the old rocking chair. Stop the car, Fibber. Start rocking, Audrey.
We got on this streetcar, McGee.
Why, Molly?
Well, while the little girl was playing the violin, I passed the hat for her, seeing that she didn't have any money with her.
How much did you get, Molly?
Nothing. And somebody got the band off of your hat. Oh, hello there, Sylvie.
Oh, hi there, Sil. I didn't know you was on board.
Hi, ma'am. How you, boss?
Yeah.
Did you pay your 7 cents, silly?
Oh, no, ma'am. I don't ever pay no fare. I clean out the car at the end of the line, please, ma'am.
I wonder who does pay to ride on this thing.
I gotta go see about a job.
A job?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, silly, you're as bad as McGee.
Am I, ma'am? Really?
Oh, what you mean as bad as me?
Well, you get a new job every week and can't hang on to it.
Yes, me too, ma'am.
Yeah. Trouble with you is you don't dress right, Sil. You don't pay enough attention to your appearance.
Why?
I says you ain't neat enough for business.
No, sir, but I ain't never been in no neat business yet.
Them pants is a little big for you, aren't they, silly?
Yes, ma'am, I'm afraid so. These are throw-me-downs, ma'am.
Oh, you mean hand-me-down, silly.
No, ma'am, I mean throw-me-down. They was my brother's pants, ma'am. I had to throw him down 4 times to get him off. Well, here's where I get off, ma'am. So long, boss.
So long.
Johnson Street. Let 'em out, please. All aboard. Oh, careful there, sis.
Oh, I can get on all alone, I betcha.
Oh, where are you going to, sis?
First streetcar ride.
Where's your 7 cents?
Maybe she isn't old enough, McGee.
Oh, how old are you, sis?
You can't guess, I betcha.
I don't want to guess. I want to know. How old are you?
How old are you?
What's that got to do with it?
With what?
What? Dad, Braddock, who's asking the questions here, you or me?
Both of us, I betcha.
Oh, come on now, sis. How old are you?
5.
5 going on 6?
No, 5 going on 6.
Well, if the collections keep up this way, McGee, it's going to be tough on the surface line.
What line?
Surface.
Here's a good surface line. Johnson's Wax saves the surface of floors, furniture, and woodwork.
Who's getting on, Molly?
A Chinese fellow with some packages, McGee. Watch your step, please. All right, McGee. Go ahead.
Go.
Appreciate very much, please. You let me off on Liver Street.
Liver Street? We ain't got no Liver Street in this town, John.
No, say liver. Say Liver Street.
Oh, he means River Street, McGee.
Oh.
Yes, Liver Street. You very stupid.
Oh, yeah? Say, listen, John, if I
Oh, McGee. Smell what he's got in the package.
Mm-hmm.
What is it, mister? Chop suey?
No, chow mein.
Chow mein, eh? Say, what is chow mein anyway, John? What's it made of?
All the same electricity.
What do you mean it's the same as electricity?
Nobody knows what electricity is, John. We know what it does, but we don't know what it is.
Yes, all the same chow mein. Savvy what do, no savvy what is.
Say, maybe on the next trip you can bring us something to eat.
Chow mein, missy?
No chop suey. What do you want, McGee?
I'll take an order of egg foo young.
Here, Liver Street. Here come Liver Street.
Now, don't forget to bring that order over.
Okay, chop suey lady, foo young you.
What? Oh, look, McGee, we're going within a block of our own house.
Huh? Block of our own house?
Sure.
I never knew there was streetcar tracks so close to us.
McGee, there ain't.
Huh? They ain't what?
They ain't any tracks. We're running on the concrete and going downhill. Shut it off, McGee. Put on the brakes. Oh, dear.
Won't work, Molly. We're going
Oh,
too
dear,
fast.
oh, dear. Heavenly days.
What's the matter here? What's the matter? Where are we?
We're off the track, Mr. Wilcox. Oh, heavenly days. We're going to wreck it. Steer it, McGee. Steer it.
What do you mean, steer it? You can't steer a streetcar.
Hang
Hang on, everybody. We're going off the road.
on. Hang on.
Molly, are you okay, Molly?
Oh, yes, I'm all right. How about everybody else? Is anybody hurt?
Me no hurt. Me got off Liver Street.
Somebody's going to get sore dust plowing through that fence that way, Molly.
We'll have to sue us, I'm afraid, McGee.
Huh? We'll have to sue who?
Us. Look around, Diggerness. We crashed into our own backyard. Come on in, folks, and have a cup of coffee.
I'd like to tell you that you can cut your cleaning work just about in half by polishing your furniture, floors, and woodwork with Johnson's Wax. The wax goes deep down into the pores and cracks, sealing them so tightly that dirt can't penetrate. Actually, only half as much dust clings to a Johnson waxed surface as to an unwaxed surface. Now, if you have new furniture or new floors, you should protect them now with Johnson's Wax so they won't get worn and shabby looking as time goes on. If your floors and furniture are not new, Johnson's Wax will soon bring back much of their lost beauty by removing all the dull film and giving them a lustrous polish. Once your floors are Johnson Wax, old-fashioned scrubbing methods can be abolished forever. Ask your dealer for genuine Johnson's Wax in the attractive yellow can. And remember, you save as much as 1/3 by ordering the larger sizes. Just as the best housekeepers use Johnson's Wax, Johnson's Glow Coat, and Johnson's Furniture Polish to keep their houses clean and shining, so the most particular car owners keep their cars sparkling with Johnson's Auto Wax and Cleaner.
McGee, I'm afraid I don't like streetcar work.
No?
All you get is kicks.
Yeah, kicks. I know. That's why streetcar men do what they do at the end of their run, Molly.
What's that?
Just turn their seats the other way and go home.
McGee.
Good night.
Good night, Don.
You're listening to another in Dennis Daly's series of salutes to one of the best-loved shows in the history of American radio, Fibber McGee and Molly. Now again, here's Dennis.
The transformation of Fibber McGee and Molly from a show that was almost vaudevillian in style, with Fibber and Molly sounding stereotypically Irish, Molly with a rough voice and Fibber with, well, a not-too-pleasant laugh, that evolution into the wonderful, gentle characters we knew and loved, particularly from World War II, would take a while. The show debuted in the spring of 1935. Through 1936, it changed a little bit, and by the fall of 1937, Fibber was toning his act down a little bit. Here now, from October 11th, 1937, Fibber and Molly go to the Wistful Vista Auto Show.
Ted Weems and his orchestra open the show with Overnight.
Dents in that car already.
I ain't knocking dents in it. I'm knocking dents out of it.
Well, why waste your time and effort? Let them fix it up when we trade it in.
Can't do that, Molly. Another couple of years and it'll be so loose that every time we cross the car tracks, it'll sound like somebody hit the jackpot.
It won't be a couple of years.
No, I don't know, Molly. I don't think it'll last much longer than that. You see,
McGee,
Huh?
put that hammer down.
Oh.
Drop it.
There. See what you made me do? Bust the headlight lens.
And what do you have the headlights off for?
Well, I took them off to adjust them, and I wasn't sure which was the right one or which was the left one. I didn't want to put the right one on the left, or I'd find myself driving on the wrong side of the road at night, causing a head-on collision which smashed the headlights, thus destroying the evidence that my headlights was on the wrong side.
McGee, quiet.
Okay.
I've come to the conclusion, dearie, that we must have a new car. That antiquated egg beater's hardly befitting the dignity of a leading citizen of Wistful Vista.
Oh, you want me to go high-hat, huh? No, sir. I'm Democratic, and I'll drive a Democratic-looking car.
Well, I don't care if it's Democratic or Republican, but I know we can never get a third party to ride in it.
Just the same, I'm going to hang on to this bus for a while. Why, shucks, it's just getting broken in good. Runs like a churn, or charm.
Talk about that car being Democratic. Those fenders bow to everybody they pass.
Are them fenders loose again? I thought I tied them on pretty tight that last time.
Look at that upholstery.
Well,
and that engine.
What's the matter with the engine?
Why, those cylinders pump more oil than the Rockefellers.
Say, do you know that one of the boys at the city hall was looking his car over yesterday? And he says to me that he wished they had a dozen of them just like it for squad cars. Yeah.
Looks like another shake-up in the police department.
I think if you heard the way it's running now, Molly, you'd change your mind about a new car. All it needs is a couple of new plugs, a hose connection, new ring gears, the rubber fixed up a little, and with another Johnson's waxing and a few tacks in the upholstery, it'll be practically new.
Yes, it would.
Betcha.
But this time, why don't you get a new car all at once instead of piece by piece?
Now, that ain't fair, Molly. Here, let me show you how sweet she pops them off since I adjusted it. Hand me that crank.
Here. McGee.
Oh, I am.
That's wonderful. I can't hardly hear it run.
It ain't running.
Oh. Well, what's the matter with it?
Some of the new parts is a little stiff yet, I guess.
Well, if they're stiff, it's probably rigor mortis setting in.
Oh, Molly, geez.
Come away from there, McGee.
Now, wait a minute, Molly. I just want to
Come away from there.
Okay. What you want?
Wash your hands. We're going downtown to the auto shop.
Oh, there's no need for that. I can get a mechanic to come out here and fix it.
We don't want a mechanic. We want a car.
Oh, well, maybe that would be better. Then we can get a push around the block.
I need a new car.
Oh, I wouldn't ask anybody with a new car to give us a push. It might scratch up their bumper.
McGee, look me in the eye. Now then, what am I talking about?
Why, buying us a new car at the auto show.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Okay, let's go.
Excuse me, sir. Have you tickets?
Tickets?
Or maybe you have a pass.
Nope, I ain't got a ticket and I don't need a pass. I'm a car owner, sis. Come on, Molly.
I'm sorry, sir. You must have tickets.
What do you mean we gotta have tickets?
Yes, sir. Unless you're a dealer.
Unless I'm a dealer. Well, can you tie that, Molly? The guy that sells them gets in for nothing and the guy that buys them pays. It ain't right.
Go ahead, Bill. Buy a couple of tickets.
Well, the guy says when he climbed on the harvesting machine, it goes against the grain, but I'll do it. 2 tickets, sis. Come on.
Heavenly days. Look at the beautiful cars, McGee.
I know, but I don't want any of them. It breaks me all up to think of parting with our old car.
Well, it breaks me all up to ride in it.
Hello there, friends. Take a look at the new 1940 Smooth 06. A beauty, isn't it?
1940? You mean 1938?
Oh, no, we're 3 years ahead of the trade.
How many miles
Let
you get
me
out?
tell you, friends, that turning a key in the ignition of a Smooth 06 is like rubbing Aladdin's wonderful ring.
He didn't have a ring. He had a lamp.
Exactly, madam. A lamp. And the Smooth 06 has 9 lamps. Headlamps, tail lamps, fog lamps, parking lamps, and a spotlight. It also has a dash light, key light, dome light.
Starlight, Starbright?
First star I've seen tonight.
Put it back and low and start over.
Why, friends, the Smooth 06 is not merely a fine motor car. It's a magic carpet. Wafting you to far places, bring you back safely.
Yeah, well, how many miles to the gallon?
Now, let me show you some of the new features of the Smooth 06.
What's new about this car? Looks just like last year's model to me.
Madam, externally it's much the same. But in construction, haven't you heard of our new double-jointed camshaft with the super stress overhead widgets?
Widgets?
Why, this year they're entirely sealed in oil.
Sealed in oil? Huh, that ain't new. Look at sardines.
And have you noticed that our gear shift lever is no longer on the floor?
Where is it?
Why, we put it on the, let's see now, where do we put that gear shift lever? Oh, well, it's around here someplace. You know, of course, that the Smooth 06 is responsible for introducing the synchro-silent extra-magnetized defroster that revolutionized the automobile industry last year.
Wow. Revolutionized the industry last year. Well, where is it on this car, Bud?
Why, we discontinued it this year.
Well, that's wonderful. You revolutionized the industry with it 1 year and throw it away the next.
You showing a peroxide model this year, Bud?
Peroxide model?
Yeah, you know, convertible top. Why, shucks.
Hi, ma'am. How you, boy?
Heavenly day, Silly Watson.
Hi, Sil. You thinking of buying a new car?
Yes, I'm thinking about it, sir. But there ain't any down payment on thinking.
No, but there's a little tax on the brain.
I kind of figured maybe I could overhear somebody say he wanted a chauffeur.
What you want a chauffeuring job for, Sil?
But it ain't for me, sir. It's for my gal, Rosebud.
For Rosebud?
She wants a job as chauffeur?
Yes, ma'am. She wanted for me. She says she'd like to see a man wear uniform. She says she'd like to see me all dressed up with a pair of spittoons on my legs.
You mean puttees, Sil?
Yes, ain't it the same thing?
Oh, no, far different. You can expect to rate a little higher with puttees. You get it, Molly? I says you can...
Ain't funny, McGee.
Well, it revolutionized the joke industry in 1898. So you'd like to get a job as a chauffeur, eh, Sil?
Yes, then when I get me into a big car with the top down, I drive me past Rosebud's house looking real naughty.
Haughty.
What I said?
You said naughty, Sil. You meant haughty.
Yes, sure.
What kind of a car do you like best in the auto show this year, Silly?
Well, ma'am, I kind of go for that big old Packalack. When you drive a little bitty car, them traffic cops say, boy, move on there. But when you drive one of them big jobs, traffic cops say, if your boss don't come out inside of a half hour, son, I'm going to have to pretend I don't see you.
Cabin of Dreams. When the sun in the sky bids the daytime goodbye, like the willows I sigh for my cabin of dreams. At the ending of day, I start bending my way with a heart feeling gay to my cabin of dreams, singing down to the lane, singing love's old refrain. I'll be home once again, tapping my window pane. When I open the door, I'm in heaven once more with the one I adore in my cabin of dreams. Once more with the one I adore in my cabin of
Have you seen any car you like yet, McGee?
No. The more I see these new ones, the better I like our old car. Our car's got personality. I got a theory, Molly, that when you drive a certain car a certain length of time, it kind of takes on the owner's personality. Don't you agree with me?
I certainly do. Ours is getting noisier every day.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
How do you do, sir? Looking for something in particular?
Oh, no, just prowling around, getting a general impression, Bud. Why, Jack?
Well, I was going to say that if the lady drives, I think you'd be interested in our 1938 Seminole. The Seminole is a real lady car.
I see. It can steer itself for $3 while they powder their nose, huh?
Well, now, when the driver, you see, extends her left hand for a left-hand turn in the Seminole.
Yeah.
Her elbow touches this little button on the window frame, which lights a neon sign in the rear, which says, "Don't you believe it?"
Just right. I used that idea back in 1899 when I first started building cars down in Hagerstown. I invented the old one-cylinder Hemingway.
The Hemingway?
Yeah, I called it the Hemingway because I used sewing machine from an engine. Chuck, you should have seen me spooling along the Boston Post Road. Honk, Honk McGee, I'd say that.
Oh, my.
Honk, Honk McGee, the heady, happy handler of horseless hacks, whooping hilariously over high hills, hummocky highways, and heartily hated by hundreds of hicks for hitting hens, hogs, and haystacks from Hagerstown to Harrisburg.
Well, sir, I'd like to show the lady some of the
Hello
special
there,
features.
Peter. Hello, Cupid.
Oh, it's Mr. DePopular.
Oh, hi, Nick. You in the market for a new car?
No, Peter. I am not marketing for new cars unless I am seeing something which can't resist me, if you know what I mean.
You mean you're not exactly shopping for cars, but you might be sold if they really size.
Cupid, that is my story in a nuthouse. As I'm telling Mrs. DePopulis this morning, Mrs. DePopulis, that is my wife. She's named after me. Oh. Listen, Dumblebell, I'm saying. I'm just calling her a Dumblebell because it is making her mad. And besides, she is a Dumblebell. Listen, Mrs. DePopulis, I'm saying. How would I be if a new car was driving up to the front door and saying, DePopulis is buying you for me?
Oh, you shouldn't tease her about buying a new car unless you mean to go through with it, Nick.
I'm knowing that, Peter.
Sure.
But my wife is so economical that she is not wishing to spend my bank biscuit on new cars.
You mean bankroll.
It's all dough to me, Cupid. So, to be showing Mrs. DePopulis how much new cars is saving us money, I am buying a taxi cab with a meter on it, so when we are making little trips out in the fresh eggs and sunshine, she is seeing with a glance how much is costing nobody something.
Well, that ought to be fun, Nick. Taking all your kids for a ride in your own taxi.
Yes, it will be quite a father in my cab, I'm thinking. Well, so long, Cupid. So long, Peter. If you see me later, how's everything?
Nick must be getting one of those income taxes out there.
Excuse me, please, but might I show you a few of the new features on the WP-8?
Yes, sir. But I don't see the luggage compartment.
Oh, that's very discerning of you, madam. We have completely eliminated the luggage compartment from the rear.
Oh.
We advise putting the grips and handbags on the rear seat.
Oh, well, then where do your friends ride if you go on a long trip?
Well, we found out that at the end of a long trip, they're no longer friends anyway. Thus, by eliminating the luggage compartment, we also keep your friends. You see, luggage...
Take a good luggage your floors, folks. Are they scratched and scuffed? Johnson's Wax will protect them.
Still here, Mr. Wilcox?
Yes, I'm the singing salesman over at the Johnson's Wax booth. Listen to this.
Yeah?
If a body see a body shining like the juice, you'll know it's Johnson's Wax, my boy, the only kind to use.
Oh.
Well, so long now.
Singing salesman. No wonder he goes around grinning like a chassis cat.
Oh, here's one more feature I think you'll enjoy, son.
Yeah?
The automatic convertible feature of the WP-8. Just sit in the front seat now.
No, you get in, McGee.
Oh, okay. Now, what is this new feature, huh?
Well, you know what it is to have to put up a convertible top at the first sign of rain.
Oh, yeah.
Now, our tops are automatic. At the first you drop the brake, the dampness actuates a thermostatic control, which sets the raising mechanism in motion, raising the top in a jiffy.
Oh, say, that's something. Well, can you make it work, bud?
Why, certainly. Herman.
Yes, sir?
Herman, the sprinkling can, please.
Yes, sir.
Climb up on the hood and sprinkle a few drops over the front seat.
Oh, hey, maybe I better step out of here.
Just keep your seat, sir.
Okay.
Now, just imagine you're actually driving that car.
Okay.
That's it. Now, sprinkle, Herman.
Yes, sir.
Is the top coming up yet?
Well, we haven't used it yet today. The thermostat's possibly dried out. But keep sprinkling, Herman.
Heavenly days, hurry up. Why, you're getting all wet, dearie.
Oh. God damn it, Bud, what's the matter there? Hey, you! Quit pouring that water on me! Quit it!
Look at you, McGee. You're sopping wet. How you going to get dry?
I don't know. I better get somebody to blow a little warm air on me. Hey, Elmo Tanner, whistle Josephine at me, will you?
Beautiful new car, you should protect the finish at once with Johnson's Auto Wax. So it will always keep that bright, gleaming surface protected against dirt, scratches, and road film. If you have an old car, you can restore its lost beauty, make it sparkle and shine again with Johnson's Auto Wax and Cleaner. Don't delay another day. Wax your car the Johnson way.
Well, now that we're home again, McGee, don't you think we should have a new car?
No, I don't.
Well, I do.
Huh?
And furthermore, there'll be a salesman out here any minute now to look at the old car.
Oh, now, Molly, you shouldn't ought to have done that. Besides, it needs fixing up a little before.
Heavenly days, here he is now. How does me hair look, dearie?
Oh, what difference does that make? What's he selling, cars or hats?
Come in.
Now, listen, Bud, if you're here to give me an estimate on my... Oh, hi, little girl.
Hi.
Something you wanted?
Sure.
What?
I said sure.
I mean, what was it you wanted? Listen, sis, don't stand there and hold the door open. Come in or go out, but make it snappy. Wow.
I bet you that was snappy enough, I bet you.
I'll say it was. Oh, for the love of...
Oh, for the what?
Well, never mind.
Alrighty.
Well? I says, well, Dad Rabbit, what was it you wanted?
Well, gee, all the kids have gone to school and nobody will play with me.
Oh.
Will you play baseball with me? Will you please?
Oh, I can't do it, sis. I'm sorry. Besides, why pick on me? I says, why should I play baseball with you?
Well, gee, you are a baseball player, I bet you.
Well, I'll admit I know quite a bit about the game, sis, but who told you I was a ball player?
My papa and my mama.
Oh, I see.
But they don't know which one you are, I bet you.
Oh, well,
Mama says you're Gabby and Papa says you're Dizzy. Well, thanks.
Shucks, I thought for a minute she found out about me being a 400 batter in the 3I League.
She probably thought you were a little pitcher because you had such big ears. Oh, there's the salesman, McGee. Now be nice to him.
Oh, Dad, got it all right, but...
How do you do? How do you do? Mrs. McGee, I presume, and this is your father. Very charming daughter you have, Mr. McGee. Must be a great comfort to you in your old age.
Dad, she ain't my son. I mean, I ain't her daughter. I'm her wife.
He means I'm his husband, we're married.
Yeah.
Splendid. Congratulations. Hope you'll be very happy.
What was the name again, Bud?
Boomer, my boy. Horatio K. Boomer.
Oh.
I believe I have a card here somewhere. Let me see now. Card. Oh, yes, the ace of spades. No, that's wrong. See, here's a receipt for a month's rent. Wonder whose that could be. And I have a check here for a short beer, yes. Well, I'm sorry, old man. I don't seem to have a card with me.
Oh, never mind. Sir, would you take a look at our car?
Your car? Well, be very happy to, madam. Be very happy to.
Well, be happy while you can.
That car's really a lot better than it looks on the inside, Boomer. You see,
Well, no matter, my boy. I'm an outside salesman anyway. Let's have a gander at the old host car.
This way, please.
There she is, Boomer. Not bad, eh? Of course, it needs a little tinkering to put it in first-class A number 1 running condition, but $10, I'd say, would do wonders for it. Now, let me show you.
Never mind. Do you mind if I start her?
Oh, you don't have to do that, Bud. Why, she runs perfect. I can assure you of that. I put a lot of...
Let's see. I don't seem to see the starter anywhere.
Oh, here it is.
Well, that's a crank.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a crank. This looks like the wind-up to me. Yes, nice upholstery in this car, madam, or is it wallpaper? Let me see now. Starting switch. Oh, yes.
Hey, Molly, he's starting.
He not only started it, he finished it.
Well, what do you think, Boomer?
Sorry, my boy, I don't believe I can use it.
Huh?
On second thought, I don't believe you can either.
Here is the quick, easy way to keep your linoleum shining like new, protected against dirt and wear. Use Johnson's self-polishing glow coat, the remarkable liquid polish that changes dull, lifeless linoleum into a beautiful, gleaming surface right before your eyes. Here are the directions. Just apply and let dry. No rubbing or buffing necessary. Glow coat dries in 20 minutes to a bright polish that sheds dust and dirt. Buy Glow Coat from your dealer tomorrow and save yourself hours of cleaning time. Look for the attractive yellow can with the lettering GLO-COAT. Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat.
Folks, we've had a lot of fun with cars tonight, but we do want to say that the new cars this year are really, really swell. You ought to get out and see them.
And when you see one you like, buy it.
Yeah, because the more cars are sold, the more Johnson's Auto Wax is used, and the longer me and Molly...
McGee.
Well, you'll have to admit it makes a nice finish. Good night.
Good night.
This is Harlow Wilcox, speaking for the makers of Johnson's Wax and Glow Coat, Racine, Wisconsin, inviting you all to be with us again next Monday night at this same time. Good night.
This is the Red Network of the National Broadcasting Company.
Couple of things you might have noticed in that episode. Fibber McGee and Molly were now on the Red Network of NBC, the Prestige Network, moving from blue to red. They were still in Chicago, and they would be there another year and a half. The vocal stylings by Perry Como and the amazing whistling of Elmo Tanner. The show was getting better. The ratings were still okay. It would be another 2 years before Fibber McGee and Molly became a ratings giant, but the show was maturing, and we will follow its progress right here.
Next time around, Dennis will continue his look at what some say was the best series in the history of old-time radio. Fibber McGee and Molly, right here.
Good night.
Good night, all.
Morrison Bridge speaking.